Welcome back to The Big Show. It's Alex Belfield talking to the country's biggest stars and my favourite people, and Richard Wilson has always been one of them. How are you?
I'm very well, Alex. How are you doing?
Well, I'm not bad for a boy, and the great thing is I get to come here day after day speaking to really interesting people, and I think you're one of them because you're a real trooper in show business, aren't you? You work hard.
I am, yes, I work quite hard, yeah, I suppose. But that's what we all want, isn't it?
Yes, well, to be asked, I suppose, is nice.
To be asked, yes.
What are you? Are you an actor, a producer, a director? Because it seems like you dip your toes in Lovely Lake when you want to, but actually you're more curious about getting stuff on stage and making it look good.
I'm an actor-director, or a director-actor. No, I'm an actor-director. Actor first and director second. But it's about 50-50, actually.
Tell me about being selfless, because I don't understand that. How do you go to make a show look great via being a director, opposed to just standing on stage taking all the glory?
Oh, yes. Well, I love working with actors. That's why I direct, and I've directed television and film, but I really like to direct in the theatre because that's when you get to work with the actors and rehearse the actors. And I just love work, especially with new writing. I'm an associate director at the Sheffield Crucible, and I loved working with new writing, and a new play and a group of actors it's a really exciting process.
And in terms of the shows that you do, how picky are you? You won't do any old rubbish, will you?
No. I mean, I'm always looking for new plays, and that's difficult to find good new writing. And another problem is that theatres put their brochures out a long way in advance. So at the moment I'm directing plays that have been done in London but not done in the provinces. So I did Polly Stenham's That Face in Sheffield, and I'm now going to do The Pride in Sheffield by Alexei K. Campbell. And these are plays that are having their English premieres.
It's very interesting, the kind of shows you put on, and especially in the north. I mean, I've been to that theatre in Sheffield so many times, and what you've got to kind of do is break down the barriers of it being intimidating to the audience, because I have to admit, sometimes Shakespeare can be a bit much, can't it?
Yes, I mean, we will do Shakespeare, but I think the public are, by and large, more ready to come to Shakespeare than they are to come to new plays. The public are very afraid of new writing. But I think there's a very good audience in Sheffield, and most of the new plays are in the small studio theatre.
Do you think they're scared because a lot of it's rubbish? Is that half the problem, that they don't trust that they're going to get value for money with new plays?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they just like to. They know they can trust Chekhov. They know they can just. I would rather see a new play than sit through another Ibsen, to be honest.
Yes. There's nothing more dull than Brecht or Harold Pinter sometimes, is there? I mean, it's not that uplifting.
No, absolutely.
When I look at your CV, I mean, academia has played such a big part of your life. Does this make you a great actor, that you understand the science of acting and the science of putting theatre on? Because, I mean, you're a Shakespeare scholar, aren't you?
No, I'm not a Shakespeare scholar. No,
well,
I wouldn't.
That off the list.
I would cross that off. Cross that off immediately. I've only done one Shakespeare, and that was Twelfth Night for the RSC. No, I'm not a Shakespeare scholar. I'm a scholar of acting, certainly, and doing Merlin has given me a lot of experience that I've never had of doing a sort of regular straight series, and that's been very exciting.
When you find somebody with great talent, is that as thrilling as doing it yourself, that you've actually created something?
Yeah. And yes, because you feel slightly part of it. You feel, to some extent, discovering new talent is wonderful. I mean, casting is terribly important. When you're casting a play, you've got to be it takes a long while. It takes 4 or 5 weeks casting to get the right cast in order. Because if you make a mistake, you're sort of lumbered. You can't get rid of them. And it's a very, very important process. And discovering new talent is very exciting.
Now, you're not going to like this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Here's my take on acting. Are the greatest actors those that don't look like they're acting?
Exactly. It is very difficult to give. I mean, the problem about acting in a big theatre is you've got to pitch it so that everyone in the theatre hears it, but it seems as though you're not just standing there shouting your head off. That's difficult. And that's a skill. And also the great skill of acting is to appear to be in the moment, to appear to be that you've never ever said it before. You're only saying it for the people who are sitting there. That is difficult, especially if you've been doing it for a very long time.